All right, we're back with the Sham Shibby NFL series recap.
Back.
And how about that Cardinals-Eagles game, dude? Man, fuck.
So we were here, right? Just to give you guys context, we both watched it together, right? And, we're just chilling, watching the shit. And at first, I'm like, all right, man, like, this is, I didn't even know what to think. Like,
He's looking past next. We was like at week 6.
I mean,
where are we at?
At first, I that's what I was like. But then, like, honestly, throughout the game, even before I got there, I was like, oh, this is going to be like an actual pretty good one because I was listening to it on the radio. And I got here a little later, and it was already like in the first quarter. I don't even remember what the score was, honestly. But
you scored. It was 7-0.
Yeah, it was 7-0. Okay, like, and I felt like we were actually onto something like early, but then I don't know what happened, man. Like, which I'm fine with, honestly, because with us, we're so up and down, like, during these games, but we're learning during these games, So that's what I'm, like, really open to, the fact that we're not going to be perfect. Like, I don't, honestly, when this whole undefeated shit ends, I will be much happier, I feel like.
Yeah, I understand that. I felt the same way last year when the Cardinals were like 9 or 10-0. And I was just like, I know we're good and all, but it's just setting up too much expectation.
Yeah, because it's a lot of
holes. They
holes.
went 1-7 afterwards, or 1-6 or something crazy.
Yeah.
But the Cardinals played their best first half of football all season. That's honestly their best game all season.
Yeah.
That's a spiritual W for me. Like, I'm not even going to... The only thing I was really upset about was the fucking heartbreaking loss. The way we lost with the slide a yard before.
The slide.
A yard short.
Thinking it was first down. Yeah, not knowing it was third. And
so on the Cardinals stadium, like the scoreboard, it said 1st and 10 or whatever, because they had just, someone just running it up there. He didn't know. So he just flipped it over thinking it was a first down. So Kyler Murray, in a rush, can't obviously really talk to the refs or the coach and hear everything. It's all chaos. He's, doing a hurry up with 20 seconds left, no timeouts. So he then... Can she stop?
Sorry, he gets the ball and he's...
yeah, so he
gets the ball and he spikes it.
Yeah, so he spikes it thinking that it was first down. So he thinks it's just going to make it a second down. Instead, he makes it 4th down, forcing a field goal, and our kicker's out for like a hip injury or something like that, which is stupid that kickers even fucking
backup kicker versus backup kicker. That was another narrative of the game.
And he was all in, like, the warm-ups, was hooking him to the right the whole time. And what's he do from 43 yards out or whatever it is? Hooks it to the right.
Yeah, we call that timeout too, of course.
It was done. It was done. As soon as he lined up, I knew he was going to miss it. I'm like, I don't have faith in this guy, I love Prater, and it sucks that he wasn't there. It would have been a different game. But
definitely,
I would have rather if you guys had scored the touchdown on that other drive, the last one, and then stopped us, because that would have been like, okay, you guys just beat us. This was like the refs made a weird call. Even if it was right or wrong, I feel like they should have been. They should have made sure that everyone was on the same page.
Right.
Like, even if you have to stop the game for a second, and then once everything is like in order, start the clock up again. Because I know there's no timeout, so I'm not even asking them to give us time or anything.
Yeah.
But like, if you're gonna call like a questionable play, like, because in real time, whether it was right or wrong, I do think he was. Now that I've seen the play in slow motion, I get why they call it 3rd and 1.
Yeah.
But in real time, it's hard to
to know exactly what's going on with that.
So I think if they're gonna make a questionable call like that, they should get the chains out at least, or at least, the very least, make sure, like, look, hey, everyone understands this is 3rd down, both the defense and the offense. Because if it was vice versa and it was a first down and the defense thought it was a 3rd down, I wouldn't have think that was fair either. If Kyler Murray threw some play that they weren't expecting because they thought it was 4th down,
and they was playing it like it was.
It's not fair. That should never happen in the NFL, where it's like you lost because of a misunderstanding. And I get at some point it was the coach communication or whatever, but it literally happened in such a chaotic moment of the game where there was only a matter of 2 seconds to get 10 seconds worth of information out to everybody. So it just wasn't possible. So I think they should have called that back when Kyler Murray spiked it and just been like, look, that wasn't the right, like, at least
that wasn't the right time, and that was
as soon as they're done saying that, start the clock back up, and then they can make the decision if they want to spike it or not. You know what I mean? Because he wouldn't have spiked it. It was 3rd and 1. He would have just made a QB sneak, whatever, and then spiked it with 4 seconds left. It would, even those 4 or 5 yards could have made a difference.
Yeah,
and also just like the whole atmosphere of the game was ruined at that point for them. I think everyone was scared because that was like a weird call.
Yeah.
Everyone was pissed. Like all the momentum we had it all. And we lost it all just with that dumb, weird call. And it's like, right or wrong,
right? It was still a winnable game.
Yeah.
The kicker just blew the kick.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, like, that's what it comes down to.
So that's why I'm not too hurt about the loss.
Yeah, because the field position was great.
League,
yeah, best team in the league. The field position was great. Kicker just blew the kick. And I really feel like that, we played well. But again, like, we showed those holes, and It was a point in time in that game where Hollywood Brown was unstoppable. Like, we couldn't do shit about him.
Wait till Hopkins is back, everybody. I'm calling
Couldn't do shit about him.
Cardinals are going to have a late season.
I mean, Ertz was kind of getting some shit going. I mean, it was the other guy, another receiver, Moore.
Moore
was getting some shit going too, bro. So I'm like, I can't really hate on it. Like, they were balling out for sure, but I'm
kind of figuring out how to play as an injured team because we've been injured all season. So now we're kind of figuring out what pieces we do have available, and we're learning how to use it. Because I feel like before we were trying to run our system that we were gonna have with the personnel that we had, and it didn't work, you know. So now we're kind of changing our system a little bit for the personnel that we're currently working with, not for what we're gonna have in the future,
etc.
Like, where Hollywood Brown right now is our wide receiver 1. Later on, he's gonna be a wide receiver 2, and that's gonna open so many different things up in the playbook. I mean, it changes everything. Like, people don't realize, but like even the routes he's getting are different probably because Hopkins isn't there. Like, you know, he's getting the number 1 receiver routes in a lot of situations or whatever. It just there's no pressure to take off of him, and it's going to change. I think his numbers are going to go up.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to change a lot.
Already high.
You guys have a lot of weapons overall. I don't feel like you guys lack weapons.
Yeah, no, our offense is built to be really good. So once we get everything figured out, we could be a really good team.
Who's you guys' runner back?
James Conner, dude.
Oh yeah, forget
he's
about
fucking
James
great.
Conner. Yeah, he was balling.
And then
too.
Benjamin, who's like a youngster, he's a couple years in the league, and
he scored. He was nice. Yeah,
he's really coming into his own. So he's kind of like our every down back, you know, or third down back, you know, switch it up, receiving back kind of thing. James Conner's the big power guy, and then we have. Well, I think he might be out. I'm not sure exactly how long. I should have kept up with it, but Williams just recently got hurt, so I think he's on reserve or something.
Yeah, you guys got a little bit of depth because you guys got, of course, Hopkins, Williams. I mean, I said Williams. Let me just say Green. Yeah. Hopkins, Green, Brown, fucking all the color.
Greg Dortch. Yeah. Greg Dortch is actually he stepped up too. Off we used to be a practice squad kind of guy.
Yeah.
He really stepped up.
He stepped up. Yeah.
He was our best receiver for the first couple games. So
you guys were balling, bro. I can't hate it. But I mean, at the end of the day, you know, we just made the gritty decisions, the tough scores. I mean, shit. Yeah. Our fucking backup kicker came up to play. I mean,
you guys got that W, but I got one W this week too. Let's talk about the fantasy matchup.
Shit, I'd rather not.
I won by 2 points. So to put it into perspective, everybody, it was a real crazy
Put it
game.
in super perspective.
Yeah, a crazy game.
Let's put it in this perspective.
Yeah, let him talk. Let the loser talk.
Yeah, fuck out of here. So let's put it in this perspective of the guy who left this house with the thought of, oh, you know, I already got the Eagles winning the bag. I look at the score between us and fantasy. I got them by like 30 some odd points, I believe. Like, I'm like, okay.
He's up by 32, I believe.
Yeah,
no, it's 31.8 or something stupid.
It was something stupid, and I'm like,
he had 2 people to play,
and I didn't check the fucking shit. I didn't check it once. Didn't care to check it. Didn't want to check it. I was just
you gotta tell them the parameters here because he had 2 people left to play.
I had 2 people left to play.
I had Travis Kelce left to play and the Chiefs defense.
Yeah, and
he had a receiver and a quarterback.
Yeah, my receiver was fucking T. Higgins. You know, so I literally happened to strike out and had a 0 performance.
Which I called. I said T. Higgins is gonna get 1 catcher less. Yeah, and that's it. And then Lamar Jackson's gonna have a stinker.
I mean, I don't know if he called it because he knew he was questionable, but he called it and it just happened.
Lamar Jackson was his quarterback, and I did not know Higgins was questionable.
Yeah, and Lamar Jackson just didn't show up. You know, I'm not going to say he didn't show up because they won, didn't they?
Yeah,
they won.
He just didn't have a pretty stat game. It happened.
Yeah, you know,
he won the game. He's not looking at fantasy, you know what I mean?
Man, obviously, you know, like this is all in our fucking imagination.
Exactly.
You know, and at the end of the day, him, Barkley, Jefferson didn't let me down. Nobody really let me down specifically, like I said, other than just T. Higgins being hurt, and that's just real life shit. He probably tried to give it a go, and it didn't work.
Yeah. So you went home, you didn't check it. So the next day, what happens? I jokingly was like, Travis Kelce 4-touchdown game. It's coming. Watch. Yeah. I did say that.
He said it.
And then, you know, he's just like, get out of here. Fuck out
I'm like, fuck
He's not paying it anymore.
I
don't think he's even watching the game at this point.
I don't watch the game. I didn't watch the game. I didn't check the score.
He's like, it's over. He won. You know, he's already counting. He's looking ahead to next week.
I was looking ahead to next week, literally. I mean, because at that point, what could I do? I had no guys playing. I mean, like, that was it, you know? So it was just like, okay, like, whatever I had on the board, I just got
you had the 2 guys playing. You had the 2 guys playing.
Yeah, but not on Monday, right?
No, that's the same.
They played on Monday?
Right?
I don't know.
Oh no, you're right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, because your guys played on Monday. Yeah, so I'm like, no, I'm like, so I'm like, I was just kind of like hoping maybe, like, I'm like, okay, whatever's on the board is on the board. And Travis Kelce goes out and has a 7 reception game with 26 yards.
25.
25 yards and 4 touchdowns. Do the fucking math. This guy had more touchdowns than he had fucking yards per reception.
I called it. That's all I can say is I called it. The Chiefs defense on top of it, just to like make it even more dramatic, had 0 points. So it was literally Travis Kelce with 33 points to put me past his 31.9. Let's call it 32 or whatever it is. Literally like a 1 point something win. Crazy. My team needed it. I'm 2-3. His team is, he likes to say, should be 5-0, but it's 3-2. So, you know, it's all right. 1 game away.
5-0, man.
He's one game away.
I literally should be 5-0, but you know, it's a lot of things I should be.
But I just want to say thank you to Travis Kelce. I'll have his name right here. Or his picture
man. I mean, only reason why I'm not saying any foul things about Travis is because his brother plays for the Eagles. So we'll give him a benefit. What's up, Fitz?
All right. So this time we're not talking about Antonio Brown, but I think something had the same energy. Davante Adams with the push on the cameraman after the loss.
Oh, man.
He's going to exit. If anyone hasn't seen it, you can look it up, but I'll explain it real quick. He's just going to exit the game. He's mad they lost, and the cameraman is not even really in his way, just kind of next to him, like maybe where he had to kind of, squeeze past him, and he just two-hand shoves the guy to the ground. I mean, it wasn't like a crazy push or anything, but
it was enough,
uncalled for.
It was definitely enough impact
and it's just fucking
to push
dumb.
this guy down. Disrespectful, super uncalled for, like he said, and honestly, like I said, it just wasn't needed, man. Like the guy was walking past, seemed like he just gave him a little bit of a push. Like the push wasn't the worst thing in the world, but again, it was for no fucking reason. And it had enough force to knock this guy down. Like I believe if anybody kind of is walking, and their body's like this and you push them, like that's
it was 100%.
Make them fall,
Like if you haven't seen it, it's 100% intentional.
Yeah,
like, there's no like, just walked. He
didn't like.
He looked at him, saw him, two-hand pushed him. Yeah, like it was like you walk up to someone you're gonna fight, push him. And then just walked past because he was all stinky and mad over the loss.
Pushed him.
Your sorry ass team, the fucking Las Vegas Raiders, suck. You should have known Derek Carr was not going to be better than Aaron Rodgers. Like you try to say, he's so good, and your warm ups for preseason and all that bullshit.
Motherfucker, do you realize it takes college football to make it to the NFL?
His ass. He was like, I'm gonna start a dynasty with Derek Carr. You were dumb.
He was good back then, bro. That shit is the ship is sailed, bro. Let that shit go, bro. But I mean, you went where the money spoke. I'm not gonna ever hate on that.
This guy pressed charges on him too, which I think is petty as it is, because I know the guy's fine. It's just a money grab. Mm-hmm. Get your bag, dude. I'd do it too. If Davante Adams pushed me, like I said, I'm coming in a full body cast. I have 3 surgeries now. I don't care, dude. Fuck that. You're a millionaire.
You heard what I just said, man.
Again, like if you're a college player or something, I understand the camera's being annoying. You're getting exploited. You're not getting paid. In this situation, you are a millionaire, a multimillionaire, one of the superstars in the NFL. People want to see you win or lose. That is what it is. If you were winning, they're going to take a picture of you too, and I bet you wouldn't be pushing him then. I bet you'd be all happy. I bet you'd get 3 or 4 or 5 pictures taken,
you know? Be all in the fucking camera practice.
You lost, and it's not even like you lost on some bullshit. You just lost. You just lost because your team is sorry, and you're underperforming. Yep. You're part of the reason they're losing, unfortunately, whether it's his fault or not necessarily.
Yeah, you lose as a team, buddy.
He's also the number 1 receiver who was expected to just lift Derek Carr to this next level. He's supposed to have this next level play that no matter who. It was a whole thing. Like, it's not Aaron Rodgers who made him great. He's great. He's great. But honestly, he's an average ass receiver as of right now, besides when he's playing with Aaron Rodgers. And I'm not ready to 100% say that that's, for sure his future.
I don't think so, man.
He's got to prove some things.
I don't think so, man. I don't think he's bad at all. I don't really think he personally made the drop off. I just feel like that team is just that bad.
I do think that's part of it. But now he's putting it into question, just like he put his character into question. This
definitely put his character in question. But like I said,
and I'm going on a limb, and I'm saying the skills in question right now. I don't want to say I'm not fully sold on the idea that he's like a bust after Aaron Rodgers.
But he plays for the Raiders. Like
they're
think
bad,
about this.
But they're not that bad.
All right, bro. Think about this, right?
They're bad, but they're not. They shouldn't be that bad.
Think about this, bro.
They are that bad, but they shouldn't be.
Think about this, bro. Just historically, what franchise we're talking about. Didn't Randy Moss go there too? And that shit was just a shoot.
Wasn't
Shit
he
like
there first?
Randy Moss went there.
Was right, yeah,
and it was ass. It was ass. And then he went to the Patriots, and it was like, there goes Randy Moss again.
Yeah,
you know, like I really feel like I'm not calling Davante Adams Randy Moss, but look at Antonio Brown couldn't even get a fucking snap there.
All right, but okay, I don't know the numbers.
Super Bowl.
I don't know the numbers, so maybe I shouldn't make this bullshit claim. But I feel like Amari Cooper in his rookie or first couple seasons with the Raiders had a better first 4 or 5 games than Davante Adams is having.
Easily, bro. I mean, because the expectations is less, man.
If you but you're Davante Adams, you're supposed to be. You're better than DeAndre Hopkins. You're better than all these receivers. I mean, you're the number 1 receiver in the league, apparently, according to all these stats.
He should be. I think he is one of them, but I don't.
Why is he not excelling at all? Like, why is he not even doing average? Like, what are his numbers? They aren't good at all, are they? I don't think they're good.
Like I say, I wouldn't call his numbers into question. Really, I would call the goddamn team coaching and the personnel. I can't go on a limb and say, it's
but they're not
Davante
exactly
Adams.
not scoring either, though.
Like his attitude is ass, definitely for that. Like
maybe it's that's making me biased.
I mean, he lost, man.
And the fact that he thought Derek Carr was gonna be great, and he talked him up, and I was just like, dude,
okay,
you're lying.
Real quick to go on okay. So with Davante Adams, his first game was against the Chargers. First game against the Chargers, he had 17 targets, 10 receptions.
Okay.
He had a touchdown. He had a 41-yard catch. Okay.
What's he averaging per game?
He finished with 141 yards. Then the week after that, he finished with 12. Then he finished with 32. But then last Sunday, he had 105 on the second.
And that was all, one of them was a 50-yarder, so I mean.
And then he had 124 in that game against Kansas City with 2 touchdowns,
That was the one with the 50 or whatever.
Yeah, so he has 5 touchdowns on the season.
Okay.
He has 1 fumble. He fumbled in that game. So, I mean, of course, I'm not sure if they recovered
so maybe
I'm
over it. Maybe I'm being a little dramatic here. And it's just the team is so bad that it's blowing up how average he's doing, I guess.
I mean, 414 yards, 14.3 yards per attempt, on average. Sheesh, Kenchi. And then you got, I mean, he's being targeted pretty well. He's doing well, but again, that team's just not that good. And I mean, again, those stats look good right now in 5 games, but let's see how it looks in another 10.
Yeah, I don't think his season's going to be all that great.
I mean,
so maybe we'll see.
He might have a lot of touchdowns, but again, it's just going to be for nothing.
We'll definitely see.
I mean, because at this rate, he has a touchdown a game.
Yeah. And they're what, 1-5?
1-4? Yeah. This week they could go 1-5.
They're going to be 1-5.
I'm going to quote my friend again. We need more. Fuck number 4. Yeah. So when it comes to the Raiders,
I'm definitely on that board too, for sure.
They need more, and that's just it, man. That's always going to be the thing.
So how about the bad roughing the passer calls? I don't want to go too far into it because ESPN and everyone's talked about it over and over and over and over. But they are bad, dude. Here's what I think they need to do real quick. I think that all flags should be reviewable. Why aren't they? Why are we letting these fucking 50 to whatever 60, 70-year-old refs, these old-ass dudes, make a judgment call off of their vision that can't be too great, their hearing that can't be too great? There's a lot of things going on. Even I would be honest, I'd miss things. You know what I mean? As a 26-year-old pretty person that's got pretty good attention to detail of certain things, and I'm interested into it, and I'm really into the game, which I would be, looking at every little thing, I think I'd miss some things.
Yeah, it's easy to miss some things.
These old motherfuckers to get the calls right. Yeah. And I understand making the wrong call, but there needs to be a system to where we're like, okay, that call is just abrasively wrong.
Yeah.
We can take that flag back. Why is that not a thing? Why is there a flag is just indefinite? We threw it. It doesn't make sense.
That solution sounds good, but it would just kill so much time.
No, but that's fine. NFL doesn't care about that. That's another commercial break for them. That's more money.
But you got to figure.
More money.
You got to figure. Yeah, but you got to figure. All right, so let's say they're due for a overtime, right? Which is cool, right? But extending the game and they will have, that's going to be an off-season thing. And they would definitely have to go into the off-season and have to talk about all that.
No, but I'm saying this should be going forward. And they don't have to review every single flag. Clearly. Yeah. But anyone that is there should be challenges. You should be able to challenge flags. There should be 2 challenges a game for flags as well.
I hear you because in the NBA, they got like a
every other
call.
game.
Yeah, they
has
got a challenge call.
thing.
I mean, they got challenges in the NFL still, but it's just like
not for flags though.
Not for the flags.
For placement of the ball, touchdowns, things like that. Fumble or not, catch or not. Which makes sense, but there needs to be at least two challenges that you can, and it shouldn't be the same challenges because they're two totally different.
You should be able to challenge the ref.
You should be able to, there should be 2 ref challenges and 2 of these, and they look back, and if you're wrong, still take a timeout or whatever. It's the same exact gamble, but there should be, you should still be able to do that, and it shouldn't punish you where you can't challenge a fumble.
I see what you mean.
The game shouldn't come down to the ref making the wrong call, and that's why the team wins. No one wants to see that. It's bad for business. It's bad for the sport. It's bad for the team. It's bad for the refs. They get fucking hate mail, and people wanted to come kill them and shit and all this crazy stuff because they ruined their bets in Vegas. Take it out of the refs' hands. It shouldn't be in the refs' hands. They're there to call the game. It should be like almost like done by AI that just knows what to call, like
which is hard to do,
I know,
man.
But exactly, so that's why we cannot just expect these people to get it right in live action. Man. Like you can't. They don't. It's proven. It's not like something new. This has been going on since I was a kid. That refs suck in sports. How do professional refs are so bad? How are they? There should be just like how the athletes are the best in the world. The refs we have should be the best refs in the world. I'd expect this sorry ass refereeing at fucking a high school basketball game. I've seen high school basketball refs better and more fucking better with the calls than I see at NFL and NBA games.
Right. I mean, shit. Again, it's so much more to handle. Like you say, there's so much more to fucking take in,
Exactly, and I understand that. So that's why we need a system
and then they're also
I want them to be right. I want the refs to be right.
Of course, and you got to figure though the ones that are, and you got to figure right when the ones that are really good, the ones that are spot on, the ones that are basically the best, right? Mm-hmm. You got to figure like these guys' jobs are like analytic based like a motherfucker now. Yeah. How many times do you call these calls right on these situations on this and that? It's to a point where they're in a percentile to where these same refs like they're advanced in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Like they're the playoff refs. They're like the best refs. So I just think some refs might not be as good as others. Because at the end of the day, there's
it seems like even the playoff games though are they all I feel like all the games, even the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. All have the same problem.
They're nervous, man. They're like,
and that's why we need to. I want to make their job easier by making it reviewable, so it's not all on their shoulders. It shouldn't be all on their shoulders. It's not fair to them. It's not fair to anyone involved. And it's just like this isn't a new problem, and it's not hard to solve. Like just you have the money, you have the time. It'd be profitable because, like I said, it's another commercial break if it's a challenge. That's all it is.
Pretty much.
And it's not like you can control that. It's like injuries. It's like you're going to say like, oh, there's too many injuries. We can't cut, football games run too long. It's something that happens in the game. So it's just another commercial break. You're going to make more money off of it. Who cares?
At the end of the day, like it would be cool if, fucking news at 9:00 wasn't on after this shit. They're like, all right, motherfucker.
This is more outrageous than the overtime shit. They changed the overtime rules. This is way more outrageous and way more like every single game it affects. Why aren't they changing this?
Maybe like I said, right?
No reason.
They can't. They won't change it no time soon. If anything,
but
they can talk. They can like have like right now they can have like a quick refs meeting. Zoom or something like that. Like, hey, we gotta.
These old bastards don't know how to use Zoom.
I'm sure these old motherfuckers know how to use everything.
I think actually, no, all the old people. Yeah, the pandemic really did something with the old people. They learned how to use Facebook and Zoom for the worse, and the internet has just been ruined ever since.
Them motherfuckers, the refs, I would think they gotta know technology kind of at a higher level than, especially at that level. They gotta be fucking pretty savvy. I would think. So there's people running the fucking challenge shit.
To get off the ref hate and the ref talk, are the Rams doomed?
They are.
They're doomed?
They paid the money out. They did what they were
bought
supposed
their
to
ring.
do. Yeah. They did what they were supposed to do. You're a team in LA. You're supposed to do some LA shit, make everybody come to LA, pay everybody for coming to LA, trade to make somebody come to LA, free agency, just bring people to LA. And just keep people in LA. That's what you do. It's not.
Stafford is a future Hall of Famer now for sure after that ring.
Yep.
Like him or not, it's just what's gonna happen now. Mm-hmm. And I feel like you can get complacent after that. He can literally say my career was somewhat wasted in Detroit. Mm-hmm. I got the numbers. I went and got a ring on a good team. After that, sure we didn't repeat. That's the hardest thing to do in football. Mm-hmm. So you can't even get, as shitty as you want to look down at him while it's happening, in the grand scheme of things, 10 years from now, you're not going to look back and even fault Matthew Stafford if he has a terrible season and they don't win another game. Even if it's 2 and if the Rams finish 2-15, you can't even really like in the grand scheme of things, it's not going to matter.
Let's put it this way, man.
But
When it comes to the Rams, like they were running on fucking fumes on their way to the playoffs last year.
They weren't
like they were barely just like coasting
like the Cardinals
by.
should have beat them. In all reality, we choked in the playoffs like we tend to do, and like we had smashed them in the first game in the season, and then they beat us the second game of the season. It was like a wash 50-50 game. It should have been a close game, and they just came out swinging. Stafford wanted that ring. Like I said, I feel like that little bit of talent they lost and the drive is not there as much anymore, and I don't think they're gonna. They're not going to even they might not even make the playoffs.
There you go. They lost. I mean, like the talent they paid them. Like it was so much. Like I remember going on in the offseason. Are we going to pay Aaron Donald? Oh, is Aaron Donald even going to stay? He was talking about retiring and shit like that. Like it was just a lot of weird shit going on. So I just feel like
they got theirs.
Like and they were running on fumes.
It felt like the Lakers championship the last
literally.
one.
It was like even when they got there, Odell, hurt himself, everything. It was like they were on their last limbs, bro, even getting there. Because you got to figure, who was it last year who got hurt for them? Robert Woods? Robert Woods? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they needed fucking Odell and all of this shit like that. And I mean, I've never thought that highly of their personnel. Like after they let go of Todd Gurley and like Cooper Kupp stepped up.
Their personnel was good last year.
Yeah, they stepped up, but like Von Miller and all that. Yeah,
but they're all gone. All these people.
Like Cam Akers, they're back. Like I just never really thought that highly of some of them, and now they're not even utilizing Allen Robinson. So I'm kind of over it. I don't know what the fuck they got going on, but it's some bullshit.
So, who's the best bad team? Like, I have a list of the 5 that I would say, not necessarily even bad right now, but just going into the season, people looked at these teams and were like, yeah, they're kind of no hope team.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say Lions, Jets, Texans, Seahawks, and then the Jaguars, I guess, weren't really considered this, but I was low on them, and then I kind of convinced you to go low on them, so we can talk about them as well. We'll put them in like the mix, and they haven't really been great in the last few seasons, so we can call them a bad team, I guess.
Is the Falcons on there? Did you name the Falcons?
Oh yeah, Falcons too. Let's add the Falcons on that list. Yeah. But they're not even up on this list anymore because they're just bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they weren't even like. There's no upside to the Falcons to me. But
I mean, shit.
They had a better game recently. I think
their upside is better than one of their fucking conference buddies. Their division buddies, Panthers, right?
Yeah,
the same division.
I didn't put them in there either because they're not. They're not in the argument for who is the best bad team.
Yeah, they're just bad.
So exactly, exactly. So
let's do. For me personally, I got a little love Jones for this team, and he already know who I'm about to say just because I said that damn near. But it's the Jaguars.
I
like
that's
the Jaguars.
The best one.
I mean, personally, they might not be the best. I'm not going to lie. I feel like the Seahawks may be the best coached team, but I like the Jaguars just because of Dougie P. Of course, the 815 kid, James Robinson. Yeah. And, I like Trevor Lawrence. I like, their receiving core.
I want to see the Jaguars win. Yeah. I just don't think it's going to happen yet. Maybe in the future. I'm going with the Jets, dude, and I was so down on them. That's why I'm picking them. Really, my heart's kind of feeling, well, not my heart, but I'm kind of feeling Seahawks. I don't want to say my heart and Seahawks in the same sentence. I don't like the Seahawks. But my mind's kind of going Seahawks, but they might be the best. But I think, man, I've picked against the Jets every game, and I'm even going to do it this week again. But I have a feeling that I might be really wrong. They're 3-2. I didn't even realize they were 3-2.
Yeah, I know.
Shocked me. They're quietly 3-2. They have a young quarterback in Zach Wilson, who's kind of like you don't know what you're going to get yet.
Yeah,
3-2 is a good place to start for him. Mm-hmm. There's some uprising receivers. I think his name is Moore or something, Eric Moore or something like that. I'm not really how much I don't know about the Jets right now.
But
unfortunately, I wrote them off as like could be 0-17 team.
Yeah,
like I really didn't look at them at all. So I haven't watched the game. I haven't looked up their stats or anything. So it shocked me when I see they're 3-2. And then, I recently kind of quickly looked at some of their box scores and things like that. And I think they have a chance to be good, pretty decent. Yeah, Zach Wilson wasn't even there the first couple games. I know that. And Flacco was playing. So,
Flacco played the first 3.
This team's kind of really going to lunge forward with a good start with a new quarterback, even though he's not brand new. But, again, new to this season right now, he's back. Let's see how it goes. I think there's a lot of
he
upside
said he
there.
want to prove a lot. And, it's funny to see, man. It's actually winning football in New York right now. 4-1 Giants.
All the teams, dude. The Bills
3 and fucking
still
2.
the best team in the league.
Yep, 3-2 Jets and the Bills. Yeah, nothing but winning football in New York.
All right, so let's get back into our picks from last week. You went 9-7, and I went 10-6. I got you one again.
Yeah, it's just a few games that we had certain differences on, and even some of the games that we shared the same views on, we lost. You know,
Yeah,
so
no, for sure.
it was not. It was definitely it could have went anywhere. Mixed bag. Again, I'm just glad I performed better than I did the week before, which was 7-9. So I mean, 2 more games.
You flipped it. That's that's the start.
As long as it's 500 at this point, like I'll take it. I mean, a game above 500, I don't like it, but I mean, fuck it, it's better than being
500
8.
or
Yeah,
less. Well, yeah.
So it's just like, I mean, I'll take it.
You're at 34-30 for the season, which is still positive, and I'm in 39-25. I'm starting to pull away, man.
He's trying.
It's only 5 games. Again, it could all happen in 1 week.
I'm telling you, man. He
Until
got me off of one bad gambling ass week.
Yeah, he had
I
a
don't know why I
tied for
was
the lowest
feeling
week,
lucky.
and I had like the highest week we've had, which is
Man.
12-4. So that's still the highest one. I don't know if we're ever going to get past 12 in a week. That's kind of hard. This season's weird, dude. In like past seasons, I would say, yeah, it's easy. This season's like, everyone's
mixed
even.
bag.
Dude.
Yeah.
Everyone is even. And even the good teams, like, they just lose these games once in a while to unexpected teams. It's feeling fresh. I'm really liking it, dude. You never know who's going to win.
I think that also really one that I thought, like a big one that I was kind of like, how the hell did I lose this one personally? It was the, I know for sure it was the goddamn Giants game. It was the Packers.
Oh, yeah, me too. I was not expecting that. It put me on the maybe like looking for the Giants now. I didn't realize they were 4-1 either.
I keep telling you, bro. Why do I keep telling you how good they are?
I don't like Daniel Jones, but I guess they don't need it. He doesn't
runs.
need it. Yeah, he doesn't
He
need to
runs, bro. He's a sneaky athletic bastard, bro. I'm telling you, bro. He is sneaky and he runs just as like he gets touchdowns just as much as Saquon.
Well, let's get into week 6. What do you have between the Bears and Commanders?
I picked the Bears.
And I got the Commanders. We got the Vikings. And who are they playing? I should have pulled up the actual games, not our picks.
Right. Vikings are playing the...
You don't know either off the...
I don't know off the top, but I just seen them. Yep.
We're going to cut this. Hold on. I should have done the screenshots again where I checked which ones we did instead of just doing the... All right, you pull up our picks and I'll pull up, I think I remember all my picks. I don't think they're going to change from what I said before.
All right, I got them.
All right, so I'll just say I'll go back to our week 6 picks again and just... I think the Bears-Commanders game didn't happen already.
All right.
Or I guess we should have it. It's past the day, so we'll just say we saw it. Right. We'll say we had it, but okay. All right, so let's get into our week 6 picks. We had for the Bears and Commanders game that just passed.
Yep.
We have I had Commanders.
And I picked the Bears, man. I think I got polluted by Bears talk all day today.
It's easy to dude. That has been me for most of the season. Like I just talk to people and like I want to see them win just because they're not my team, but if a team's gonna win that's not my team, I'd rather
want it to be a local team. Yeah.
Even the same with the Bulls. Like I don't really claim a basketball team, but I'd like to see the Bulls do well. It's for us in a sense, like it brings some like life to the city.
Yeah, people
brings
are
money,
happy.
Revenue, which is like a good thing for the city. It's literally a good thing for the city, all the way around.
Yeah.
So Ravens and Giants. Who do you have?
I believe here on this one, I have the Ravens, and you have the Ravens as well.
I'm really like 50-50 on this one. I feel like scared to pick the Ravens.
I am as well, but I picked the Ravens simply because I just feel like if there's a game for them to really prove some shit as well, like if they can close out a big game, this is when they can close it out on. But I'm going to tell y'all now, since everybody keeps seeing us talk like this, I'm done picking these games off of narratives, though.
You got to start picking off of like what you really think's gonna happen, man, or not what could happen.
Yeah, and it's
gotta go through gut, dude.
Right, you're right. But I that's what I think I did go with because I feel like the Giants are good. Again, I feel like they're good, but I feel like 5-1 Giants sounds crazy to me. I'm not saying
they surprised us so much this far, and it's like, I wish I was guessing right then, but I'm not about to hop on the train now, right when they're gonna get that loss. They're due for a loss. You know what I mean? these teams, good or not, they're just some of these teams are due for a loss at a certain point. Like the Eagles and the Cowboys game, I almost wanted to pick the Cowboys, and I hate the Cowboys.
But
it's just the Eagles are kind of due for that loss. It was a close one last game. They got out. Cooper Rush is going to have that narrative game. You know, I didn't pick it because of the narrative, but the narrative is totally saying pick Cowboys. You know what I mean? Cooper Rush is going to surprise us
because he's undefeated.
And then it's really going to add some fire to the Dak versus Cooper Rush thing.
Let's put it. Yeah, it really will.
Dak's the quarterback. Cooper Rush could be good or not, but he's not going to be the quarterback.
Right.
I don't think so.
Let's just put it this way. Yeah, I mean, I could see both teams in the game 4-2 with the Giants and the fucking Ravens. So
yeah, so real quick with the Cowboys versus Eagles game, might as well get our picks in there. You got Eagles.
Of course, I got the Eagles
as well.
And I'm not just gonna keep picking the Eagles just because they're my team.
No.
Maybe one week I might not pick the Eagles.
And I'm not gonna lie, I have been doing that, it seems, but I'm really not doing that. These games are all games I expected them to win. I didn't expect them to be 6-0, so I'm not gonna sit here and say like I just gonna pick them every week and thought it was gonna be right. But like the timing of when our losses happen. When we were going to that game, I felt good, or like it was like we were gonna pull out a game each time. Like, you know, it was like one of those games with the Eagles. I was like, we're gonna pull out that miracle win maybe or something, and we almost did. You know, so I'm not really gonna fault myself for being 2-3 on the Cardinal picks,
right?
Because they really could have been all these games were 50-50 games because we're injured. It's just so like up in the air when you follow our team. But I don't want to feel like a Bears fan who's just like always up. You know, I feel like I'm adjacent to it. I feel like we're always got the upsides to it. We're definitely a little more successful in recent years, but it is similar to the Bears where like there's always something good and then something just ruins it. And
it just it goes right downhill.
Yep.
So we got
Patriots and Browns.
So for the Patriots and Browns, I believe I picked the Patriots and you did as well.
Yeah, I got Patriots for sure. Just like last week, I said Bill Belichick's not going to lose to the Lions. He's not going to lose to the Browns. And that's really it.
I just don't see it happening, honestly. I mean, personnel-wise, maybe. I mean, again, the Patriots don't really have too much going on. Honestly,
Jaguars or Colts?
Pick the Jags.
Get the Jags. I got the Colts. And I think, it's again, I feel bad picking against the Jaguars, but it's like the Colts lost the last one. Are they really going to go 0-2 in the division against a division rival? They kind of need to win. I feel like Matt Ryan's just not even going to be great, but he's just going to out-experience Trevor Lawrence in this game. He's going to game manage pretty well, and I think he's going to do just enough to win. It's going to be a low-scoring Thursday night football-ass game, even though it's not on Thursday night.
I'm not really. I just think the Jaguars are just better than the Colts. I don't think the Colts are that good.
Man, the Colts are supposed to be good. That's the thing. So I don't know. I still think there's that. It's still early enough in the season where I think that ghosts can emerge. You know, I feel like they could really just emerge into something that they're supposed to be. Yeah, I just think the Colts are due to turn this thing around. I'm not going to count out Jonathan Taylor just from a few bad games early on, and he's really haven't been terrible. He's last year was the best running back in the league.
Yeah,
pretty much without question.
Being the best running back in the league in the NFL is like
a little outdated.
Being the best fart out of an ass, bro.
Yeah, a little outdated. It's not
that shit just
but look at the Giants, bro. Look at the Giants through Saquon Barkley. They're pretty much 4-1.
I mean, but shit, bro. Look at again, like 1 year, but look at how hurt he was for like a year and a half.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Jonathan Taylor his injuries are minor, and I think he'll bounce back, and I think he'll be fine.
Man, Le'Veon, goddamn, what's my boy? Gurley, Todd Gurley, goddamn it. All the top running backs just get hurt, and then they just be done for, bro. I don't understand what be going on.
Trying to fight the cat off the table. He wants to be a part of this NFL special so bad. All right, Bengals Saints.
Bengals Saints. I got the Bengals just because Joe Burrow going back down to Louisiana, man. Maybe he might be feeling good down there. He got people pulling for him down there. But at the end of the day,
it's gonna be a home game for him down there. I'm feeling Bengals too. They need the win, but it's a 50-50 game to me.
It definitely is.
I don't think the Saints are a bad team by any means. They are a very good team. I just think Joe Burrow kind of needs another win, after that loss again. And I still think the Saints will probably make the playoffs somehow, some way. But I think the Bengals are going to beat
and the Falcons suck. I mean, it's easy to fucking make it in. I mean, the Bucks is good.
I mean, you'll probably get a wild card, but I think the Saints will be wild card. Speaking of Bucks and Steelers, though.
Bucks, by far. Kenny Pickett, second week starting. I think last week he threw for like 300 yards in his first game. Like, I mean, cool. They probably just letting him air it out, do his thing. So,
which is what the Bears need to do with Fields, dude. Just let him throw it. You guys suck. Just let him throw it.
Man,
let him throw the ball.
Honestly, bro, I just don't think their personnel is just not good.
We said that last week too, but I still think, man, it's not going to get any better. So just let him get it. Let him learn. Let him learn the hard way, dude.
Like I said, like
you're probably going to get rid of him anyway because he didn't perform with this shitty ass personnel anyway.
Yeah.
So at least let him have a chance. You never know. Mooney's not terrible, dude. Mooney's not awful. They could do some things.
Again, all of these guys aren't that bad, but it's
they have a good run game, though.
It's just like, where are they in their NFL careers right now?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like these guys might be serviceable elsewhere, but right now, no, like
they don't
it looks
make
like
a team. They
just got a whole bunch of scrubs from other people's teams playing receivers.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like they got fucking the Patriots scrubs, the fucking Packers scrubs. They got everybody's fucking scrubs, and they just trying to make them into something. So it's just like, I don't know, man.
You're not sold.
Yeah, I'm not sold, bro. Like I said, I said 7-10. What I say, like 7-10, just to give them a good end of season preview. Man, bro, I don't know.
It's lower than
I don't know. I mean,
definitely not
like when you lose to the Commanders right now, I can't see y'all beating nobody else. And I don't even know what the fuck the schedule is.
Your star defensive player gets fucking pancaked by the quarterback. Carson Wentz knocked out Roquan Smith. It was pretty embarrassing, man.
See, I got to look that up.
Yeah, it was pretty good. 49ers Falcons, though.
49ers,
Another
man.
shit team, Falcons.
I fuck with the 49ers, bro. Like, I've been fucking with them.
49ers for me as well.
I have been fucking with them. Yeah.
What are you doing, Jets and Packers?
I picked, of course, the Packers. Like, I'm like, damn, if you lose to another New York team, I don't know, man.
This is the game for the Jets. If you guys win, I'm on board, and I think you guys will be a solid team from this point forward. This is my last time doubting the Jets. I will doubt them one last time. It's Aaron Rodgers or the Jets. I have more faith in Aaron Rodgers. Sorry.
Than the Jets. Yeah. Hey.
It's historical. But let's see. If there was a time when Aaron Rodgers was going to blow it, it's this time. So that's what gets me in. This is like a 55 game for me, and I'm giving Packers 55.
Didn't he blow it in Europe last week?
Well, again, the Europe games are so, they should have an asterisk on them. It's weird.
He blew it in Europe last week, man. Let's see what he's doing. What is it? They in New York?
Yeah.
No, they ain't. No, actually, no, they're in Green Bay.
So Vikings, Dolphins.
Vikings. I picked the Vikings. Yes.
Dolphins are on their third string quarterback.
That's 7th round quarterback who's not named Tom Brady. So it's just like, I don't know, man.
I can't see the Vikings losing. I think Kirk Cousins is going to have a good game. Not to mention the Dolphins just let up, 40 points last week?
Yeah.
To the Jets?
Yeah.
So, I mean, if the Jets can do that, Kirk Cousins with Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, fucking what's the other name? Callaway, I think, and everyone else now. They're gonna do well. They're gonna smoke them. Panthers, Rams. Panthers suck. I'm not gonna. We just talked about we're not high on the Rams, but
we're not high on the Rams, but the Panthers are pretty bad.
Yeah, it's hard to not get over the.
I mean, they just fired the coach. They about to make all these personnel moves. I hear allegedly, maybe. I heard
they don't matter. Their season's a wash.
Yeah, their seasons is a wash. I think the sooner they move on from McCaffrey, the better. If he's healthy, get rid of him now, because if you try to keep him for another year, he may just be damaged goods and out of that window to help a good team. So I believe right now, if you trade him, you can get like a second round, first round pick for him. So
for sure. Cardinals, Seahawks.
I got the Seahawks.
I think you did it out of spite. Get me back for the fantasy game.
Mm-hmm.
I got Arizona, of course, but this is Seahawks and Arizona games, man. Or Seattle and Arizona games are always close. Like we hate each other. It's like Bears Packers basically. So those are the games where it's like even when one of the team is clearly better than the other, it could be a toss up. So I'm not gonna say that the Cardinals are gonna come out here and smoke them.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect.
I'm liking the Cardinals here.
It's only if the Cardinals build off of what they did last week that I'm gonna be like, okay, that's what's up here. But I don't think necessarily, that they're gonna. I'm not saying that they won't build off of last week, but last week they had everybody firing on all cylinders. So I mean, if the Seahawks, like the coach has seen that same shit. Like the game film from the Eagles game.
He's also familiar with us since he's played us the last couple seasons every time.
So he's like, all right, man, let's know what to do. So
I could see that.
I mean, I'm not gonna say I got faith in the Seahawks just because of that. I just trust their coaching better, honestly.
So what are we doing with Bills Chiefs? I think that's the game of the week for sure for everybody.
Yep. And I'm surprised they didn't put that shit on fucking.
They need to flex it, man. Sunday night. I'm pissed.
I mean, I can't be mad. Eagles Cowboys.
Yeah.
I can't be mad, but like, I mean, that's the fucking game. I mean, Eagles Cowboys has a nice storyline, but I mean, that's the fucking game.
America's team, Dallas Cowboys. Fuck the Dallas
That's
Cowboys.
the fucking game.
Fuck the Dallas Cowboys. They're not good. They're always
haven't been good.
I've learned what the Cowboys fans do. Every single season, they just say they're going to win the Super Bowl. So when it actually happens, they can be right.
They can actually, I think so.
Every year, I see Cowboys fans be like, I told you this year. I told you this year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you say that every fucking year. It doesn't even count anymore. You're just like, yeah, the boys are back. The boys are back every fucking year. You guys are not even going to.
What happened to Zeke?
Shit.
What happened to Zeke?
Right now. Cowboys are not winning the Super Bowl. No.
Tell Zeke to put back on them crop tops, man. That was the only time they was fucking winning.
Cowboys will not win the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I'll put money on that right now.
But I got the Chiefs. I picked the Chiefs.
Me too. I got the Chiefs. I forgot on the Cowboys game. I forgot about that. We're on the talking about the Bills Chiefs. Yeah, I got the Bills. It's a 50-50 game for us right there.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely got Bills.
I like both teams, but this
is Josh Allen revenge game.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's ready for it. But I feel like, I mean, even though last week was a nail biter for Mahomes and the boys, I just don't, I'm not into doubting Mahomes and the boys.
If the Chiefs win, I'm not going to be mad at myself for picking the Bills. It's one of those games where I think it's really 50-50.
It can literally go either way.
That's why I'm excited to watch that game. Like, that I wish it was flexed because I don't think I'm even going to watch that game because the Cardinals play at that time.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie, like, it's not that I don't want to watch the Eagles and Cowboys. I'll probably watch that too. Mm-hmm. But I want to watch Josh Allen and fucking Patrick Mahomes, the revenge game, dude. I gotta see that. I don't know why. I don't know how they're not marketing that. It's literally because these sorry ass Dallas Cowboys fans everywhere, America's team. You're at the fucking America's team.
America's team.
If anyone's America's team, I don't even like them. It'd be New England Patriots because they actually have won how many times in the last couple seasons? They are the last 22 decades. They're literally like the team that is always in the playoffs, always doing well, just until the last couple seasons since Brady left. So like, where the Dallas is like, they were America's team maybe at one point, but when?
Hey, that fan base ain't died, bro. They just alive. They alive around our age just as much as they are for motherfuckers that are like 40, 50, 60.
Taught them. Yeah.
It's crazy. So Chargers versus the Broncos.
Last game.
No Broncos.
Broncos suck, dude.
Yeah, I'm over it. The Broncos are bad,
I'm like 2 games. I'm a step away from saying Russell Wilson's washed.
I mean, shit. I'm
not
a step away from saying that.
Yeah, so we're getting there. You're getting in the path.
It's not that, but it's excuse me, Jesus Christ. The whole Broncos country, let's ride bullshit.
That's cursed.
That's bullshit. Cursed. Bro, that shit is ass.
I think Russ has made his legacy at the end of the day. 2 Super Bowl appearances. The one is, even though he threw the ball, it's never going to be considered his fault. It's going to be a coaching error. It's going to go down as a coaching error. Why didn't you run the ball? Which I understand. So, I mean, he came in, he won a Super Bowl, he lost a Super Bowl with literally a bad call.
Yep, a bad call. One of the best defenses I've ever seen.
Don't make a Super Bowl, let alone win one. You can't really, even get mad. I feel like he's going to be complacent just a little bit because of that. It's not that he doesn't want to win, but it's not necessary. Yeah. It's not necessary to win. He's going to go there, make his money like he did, and, make some playoff games, I'm sure. I just don't see a ring out of this.
Yeah, I mean, nah.
At best, I think the ceiling is a Super Bowl loss. I think that would be the best. And
I don't know what would need to happen for them to smell that right now because they don't know how to score.
They're not even smelling it right now.
They don't know how to score the ball. They do not know how to score the ball. They don't.
It is the NFL, though. Sometimes it takes one minor tweak, a coaching change, anything, and all of a sudden those teams that were not that great are suddenly the best team in the league the next year. And vice versa, one small, like the Rams, they really didn't, they lost some personnel, but they've got it back in ways with Allen Robinson for Odell, basically. They swapped him out. And, they got, who'd they get on defense? They had someone else they picked up on defense.
They picked up,
after they lost Miller, right? They lost Miller, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they lost Miller. I can't think right now. Don't give me the line.
But yeah, so don't give me the line.
Bobby Wagner.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I couldn't think.
Not that it's a huge signing. He's a little old at this point, but they they still have a good team. It's just not the same team, and for whatever reason, it's not working.
Right.
And that's why I could see the Broncos having like a change in the next couple of seasons, but this season it's doomed.
Yeah.
It's not even
done.
a playoff team. And
the Chargers aren't looking too hot themselves, but I mean, the Broncos don't know how to score a fucking touchdown. So I mean, I don't know what's up. I don't know what I should compromise, defense for touchdowns or fucking barely defense for field goals, or I don't know what the fuck's going on over there. But I don't trust the Broncos. I don't trust them motherfuckers on Monday. I don't trust them motherfuckers on Thursday. And I feel like them motherfuckers been playing so much on Monday and Thursday. Have they even played a fucking Sunday game? I don't know.
They're just boring.
Ass, trash, and the Raiders damn near should have whooped their ass. So that's it.
Yeah, the Raiders are sorry too. On the last note, we gotta say that one more time. Fuck
Trash.
the Raiders. Fuck
Garbage.
that organization. Derek Carr.
Garbage. Throw the whole organization away and move their ass to goddamn, I don't know, Sri Lanka or something.
And then
they just need a whole fucking revamp, bro.
The Gary Indiana Raiders.
Bro,
take Gary Raiders.
Bro. Yeah, so.
But my last thing I'll say again, thank you, Travis Kelce, for a touchdown game. Thank you for the win over this guy right here. All right, we'll see you next week, guys.
Peace.